Hello and good afternoon. My name is Bill Schmalfeld, and I'll be speaking off the cuff. I'm not using any prepared remarks here. I'm talking to you from my little kitchen office. I'm dressed in my pajamas, which is how I ordinarily work. I'm pretty much homebound because of my Parkinson's disease. And if my speech is a little hesitant, you'll just have to put up with that for a moment. The reason for this videotape is to let you know that Facebook has ignored my repeated requests to do something about a vile, vicious Facebook page known as Operation Burn Notice. And I've placed the URL for Operation Burn Notice here at the bottom of the screen so you can look them up for yourselves. Facebook has clearly delineated terms of service, and the terms of service that I have noted here that that the Operation Burn Notice violates include, under safety, you will not bully, intimidate, or harass any user. You will not post content that is hateful, threatening, pornographic, incites violence, or contains nudity or graphic or gratuitous violence. You will not use Facebook to do anything unlawful, misleading, malicious, or discriminatory. You will not facilitate or encourage any violations of this statement. Under registration and account security, you will not create more than one personal profile. What else we got here? Well, there's a blank piece of paper I have no use for. And another one. I have a great printer. Under protecting other people's rights, you will not post content or take any action on Facebook that infringes or violates someone else's rights or otherwise violates the law. We will provide you with tools to help you protect your intellectual property rights. That includes copyrighted material. If you repeatedly infringe other people's intellectual property rights, we will disable your account when appropriate. And as I will demonstrate in this video, numerous times Operation Burn Notice has copied and repurposed material from my copyrighted website against Facebook's own terms of service, and yet Facebook chooses to do nothing about it. If you collect information from users, you will obtain their consent, make it clear you and not Facebook are the ones collecting their information, and post a privacy policy explaining what information you collect and how you will use it. That means you're not allowed to post aerial photographs of my house, because what is the reason for doing that? You will not post anyone's identification documents or sensitive financial information on Facebook. If you collect information from users, you will obtain their consent. Make it clear that you and not Facebook are the one collecting the information, and post a privacy policy explaining what information you collect and how you will use it. Right, there you have a number of violations of Facebook's terms of service that Operation Burn Notice continues to violate with impunity. As you'll see in the press release I'm going to share with you, I've notified Facebook of these terms of service violations on numerous occasions. Here are some of them now for your amusement. Let's look at one of the copyright violations right now. Here's something accusing me of libel. Here's some more harassment. And my response to that harassment. Here's an aerial picture of my neighborhood. It misses my house, but what the heck, it's a nice neighborhood. Here is some theft of copyright. Now, here's the copyright notice that is on every single page of my Turning Over the Rocks website. Here's some more libel they've posted on their Operation Burn Notice site against me. Here are some lies about organizations I've been fired from. The only organization I've actually been fired from was my hobby job with Examiner.com, and that was for the crime of writing while liberal, as I'll explain when I read the press release to you. Oh, here they are making fun of an old lady. This is very charming. Here's a screen cap of them actually exhorting others to violate Wisconsin's recall petition law. If they're convicted of it, it is a Class 1 felony, punishable by 3.5 years in jail and a $10,000 fine. Now, here's an original shot from my website, my copyrighted website. Look at the image in the middle left of the photo. Now, look what OBN, Operation Burn Notice, did with that copyrighted image. And then, I wish I had been fast enough to get a screen cap of this one, but they pulled it down before I could, but it's still pretty charming, don't you think? And then, because it wasn't enough just to attack me, they did a Google search on my name and found my son in California and dragged him into it. He asked them to kindly stop using his images, and they did, but here it is. Now, they claim that I libeled a friend of theirs by repeating information that the mother of his child shared with me, that he was not a combat veteran. Here's information he posted, I don't remember exactly when, it says so on the screen cap, where he talks about being a life taker and a widowmaker. And here's the rebuttal I received from the mother of his child. Now, before I went public with this, I received this very thinly veiled threat from the individual involved. And then they began with the mocking fun of making fun of a guy with Parkinson's disease. Now, I told Facebook that if the page in question was still in existence at 1 o'clock Eastern Time this afternoon, that I was going to issue a press release. This is that press release. After numerous attempts to report a Facebook page for harassing him, harassing others, calling for its readers to violate Wisconsin law, even after a nationally read web story highlighted their illegal activities, a Facebook page known as Operation Burn Notice is allowed to continue operating. The disabled Vietnam-era veteran, a retired government employee who has had Parkinson's disease for 12 years, however, has been banned from the service. "It really makes no sense," said Bill Schmalfelt, 57, of Elkridge, Maryland. "Facebook has clearly laid out terms of service. This Operation Burn Notice group is in violation of several of them. Yet they are allowed to continue spreading their call to others to gather and destroy legally signed petitions in the effort to recall Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker. I used the Report This Page feature on Facebook, and I'm the one who gets his account disabled." Schmalfelt said the Facebook page came to his attention while he was writing for Examiner.com, a hyper-local news organization owned by conservative billionaire Philip Anschutz. "A reader told me about the page, so I took a look. It was hard to take it seriously, as it seemed as if it were being written by a bunch of 12-year-olds. However, the retired writer-editor who spent the last years of his career as a writer for the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland, before Parkinson's disease rendered him practically housebound, began to take the Facebook page more seriously as the users of the page began to attack him personally when his stories first appeared in the Examiner's National Web edition. They got me fired," Schmalfelt said. "Someone complained that they were being defamed. This defamation consisted of a picture of a man holding a baby with a caption saying, 'So-and-so, who to his credit used his own name on the site, is shown here sharing a tender moment with a baby.' He was fired without warning, being told that it was not worth the cost to the conservative-owned Examiner to defend him against these charges. That's when I created my own website, Turning Over the Rocks," Schmalfelt said. "Freed from the fetters of nervous editors, knowing where the line is between investigative reporting and libel, I began examining some of the individuals involved in the group. One of the individuals, who enjoyed bragging about being a man who had killed others in combat, was revealed by the mother of his first child as being a phony soldier who washed out in boot camp. This was verified, and the individual resigned from his American Legion post in disgrace. This stirred up the nest of hornets, and they stopped urging others to gather petitions and turned their attentions directly at Schmalfelt. They mock my Parkinson's disease. They post a picture of a guy holding a gun to his head with the slogan, 'Cure found for Parkinson's disease.' They mock my appearance, the scars on my head from undergoing experimental surgery in 2007, everything." Schmalfelt turned to Facebook and asked them to put a stop to it. The nationally read website Alternet wrote a featured story on the abuse, but Facebook never responded to any of the complaints. Then Operation Burn Notice stepped up the harassment, started stealing copyrighted images from Schmalfelt's website, altering them to mock Schmalfelt and his illness, posting them without his permission on their Facebook page. This time, Schmalfelt filed a copyright and DMCA violation report with Facebook. He gave them details of the violations. He ensured them that if they didn't do something about it, his next stop would be the media. And for 6 hours on Wednesday, December 14th, Operation Burn Notice was pulled down from the Facebook servers. At 6 p.m., they boldly proclaimed, "We're back!" and they renewed their attack on Schmalfelt with vigor. I wrote back to Facebook and told them that if they refused to remove this vile page from their service, this page which violates at least 9 of Facebook's clearly posted terms of service, then I would have no choice to believe but that Facebook not only tolerated but condoned the page's call for its readers to destroy legally signed petitions and its mockery of a veteran with Parkinson's disease who is only trying to tell the truth. And it's not just harassment on Facebook, Schmalfelt said. Last night I got this lovely email from someone using a whitehouse.gov email address. Bill, I take pleasure in the fact knowing you suffer daily from a horrible disease. The fact you got it wasn't by chance, it's simply punishment for being a parasite in this world. When you die, which won't be long, how many people will miss you? My guess is not many. FYI, before and long after your death, your content will be republished on phony liberal websites and will be profited from. You can take great pleasure knowing that your work is helping to make a right-winger richer. What are you going to do about it, fat boy? Best regards, a friend of yours. Isn't that sweet? At the time of release, Facebook had still not commented on Schmalfeld's complaints, and the Operation Burn Notice page continues to mock a 57-year-old homebound man, a Vietnam-era disabled veteran whose only crime was to tell his readers the truth about this group's seemingly illegal activities. For his part, Schmalfeld remains banned from Facebook. No problem, he said. I use Google Plus now. I like it better. Fewer trolls, just as many services. Schmalfeld announced his decision to go after Facebook in a video press release, that would be this one, on his website. And he said he is seeking a lawyer who will work on a pro bono basis. Otherwise, he's asking his readers to donate a small amount to defray the cost of obtaining a lawyer through his PayPal account. And you can see the address for that at the bottom of the screen. For more information, see turningovertherocks.com. Frankly, I'm disgusted that it's come to this. I thought that Facebook, being an honorable organization that everybody loves, that everybody has heard of, would honor its own terms of service and remove this cancer, this tumor, this malignancy from its own service. But by allowing it to continue, I can make no other determination than they not only tolerate it, but condone it, and therefore, if it takes one man to take action, then one man will take action. I thank you for your attention. I thank you for watching this video. And I thank you if you have a mind to contribute to my efforts to wipe out Operation Burn Notice. Again, my PayPal address at the bottom of the screen. Thank you very much, and happy holidays to you.